What Jesus was really pointing to and why they covered it up. Most people don't realize this, but Jesus never called himself God. Not once. That part was added later by councils, by empires, by those who needed control more than clarity. He didn't build a church. He didn't teach original sin. He didn't even write anything down. But what he did say is much closer to the ancient teachings of Ma'at than to modern Christianity. This video isn't about attacking belief. It's about remembering what was already known long before churches, long before Europe, long before fear was used as faith. Let's go back. Let's go before. Let's ask, what was Jesus really pointing to? And why did they bury it? Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." That's not religion. That's resonance. In ancient Kemet, this was Netjer. Not a sky god, not a man, but presence. The eternal stillness behind all things. Jesus said, "I and the Father are one." Not because he was a divine exception, but because he was aligned, in flow, in Ma'at. He said, "You will do greater things than I." He wasn't placing himself above you. He was waking something up inside you. So the question is not, was Jesus God? The question is, was Jesus aligned with what ancient Kemet already knew? Because if he was, then the original truth was never Christian. It was cosmic. Here's what they don't want you to see. When the Romans took the story of Yeshua, that was his real name, they turned a mirror into a monument. They took his alignment and turned it into authority. Instead of saying, "This is what clarity looks like," they said, "Obey this figure or else." That's not Ma'at. That's fear. That's empire. That's distortion. The same pattern happened with Asar, with Horu, with Buddha, with Muhammad. The person becomes the product. The message becomes a myth, and the myth becomes control. But if you quiet the noise, if you sit still long enough, the original current is still there. It's not Christian. It's not Kemetic. It's not religious. It's just Netjer, awareness, clarity, balance. What Jesus was really pointing to, and why they covered it up. Here's something else Jesus said. Before Abraham was, I am. He wasn't bragging. He was pointing to the timeless awareness beneath identity. The part of you that never began, that doesn't age, that's just here. That's not religion. That's pure Netjer. In the featherway, we call this Ka, the eternal witness. Not the soul, not the ego. The quiet presence that sees but does not react. That's the I am Jesus spoke of, and you have it too. The tragedy is not that people follow Jesus. The tragedy is that they forgot what he was pointing to. The early church made it about hierarchy, but Jesus washed feet. They made it about sin, but Jesus said, "Go and sin no more," meaning realign. They made it about guilt, but he walked with outcasts, not accusers. They made it about belief, but he said the truth will set you free. And Ma'at is that truth, not a doctrine, a balance, a field, a rhythm. You don't have to abandon Jesus, you just have to strip off the empire. Keep the light, lose the fear. Remember that before there was Jesus, there was Hero. Before there was gospel, there was Ma'at. Before there was doctrine, there was the mirror. So ask yourself, what if the message is older than the name? What if you've always known this, but needed a new way to see? Then maybe, just maybe, this isn't about losing faith. It's about coming home, to the feather, to balance, to what is. If this opens something in you,
Like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone ready to see clearly. Want to go deeper? Take the feather test. It's free and the link's in the bio. It'll show you where you stand in truth, balance, and clarity, and what to do next.